swerving through the lane, serving niggas cane, still ain't never hit a pothole. If I was Brittany Griner, I'ma need Obama, only one that's fucking Chapo. Burgers from the streets, Monica Denise, good bitches fuck with Roccos. Put them in them cars, hanging out with stars, now it's hard to tell they not hoes. Your co-defendant claim immunity, it was you and he, how'd you not know? Unless he even caught in a Bentley Sport just to meet you on a yacht though. Understand the article, all my niggas draw, so we all Picasso's. Me just being me, respect the P&B, I'll probably never eat at Roscoe's. Million ways to live, million ways to die, million stuff in an auto. Million ways to wash it, million ways to stop and pray for me, cause we not though. Best believe I can whip a Christmas Eve with some work in a hot stove. They done took it all, praying that he fall, no more questions about Gestapo. They don't know what it is when I'm on it. They wanna stay feeling it. I don't want it. So far ahead, behind. Niggas tried to sneeze at the blessing. How could I just leave was the question. Whistleblowers left me no choice. Ain't no referees up in heaven. No mistaking me for the reverend. Usher in the money, my confession. How you passed the whip a Rolls Royce. That was me pre-9/11. Look at me post-Armageddon. Walking with my dog, I am legend. The grass is greener on each side. I done been both Mason Bethers. I done been at both intersections. I done poured potions 11s. Even when the well ran dry. I done raised quotes in the desert. Tried to hide the dope in the message. Like we did the coke in the Lexus. Same hands I used to whip work. See me turn them both into blessings. AMG the spokes for the extras. Only way to cope with the pressure. When you feel you in too deep, then God take the wheel like a Tesla. They don't know what it is when I'm on it. They wanna stay feeling it. I don't want it. So far ahead, behind. You can see it from inside. This lonely battle with the magic stage is so far ahead, behind.
Happy Thursday, happy Hotep Thursday. I don't got my microphones in this car. They left them in the truck, but I'm pretty sure y'all can hear me. But one in the chat if you can hear me. One in the chat if you can hear me. Man, so they talking about we getting a whole winter storm, bro. We getting a whole winter storm. That shit is crazy what's coming down the pipe. I was like, man, they bullshitting. We ain't getting nothing that crazy. And then I was like, oh shit, nigga, let me get prepared out this bitch. I was like, let me get prepared out this bitch. God damn. I know here in Maryland, I think New York, Philly, Delaware, parts of it, you're supposed to get at least a foot. Carolinas, the Midwest, they supposed to get like freezing rain and ice watches and shit. Shit wild, y'all. Shit wild. So I'm just wondering if y'all prepared for this storm. You know, and I'm not just talking about, you done ran to Costco and got you some water and some fucking Jamaican beef patties and shit, or whatever the fuck y'all eat. Are you prepared? Right? Because a storm of this magnitude, the way they're talking about it, you might have significant power outages, especially if they're expecting like an inch of fucking ice, right? An inch of ice, that shit is fucking heavy on power lines and shit like that. And that could knock power out for like hours or days. Are you prepared for that? Because it's gonna be cold as fuck. It's gonna be fucking freezing out there. I just want y'all to know that shit. It's going to be fucking freezing out that bitch. So, just in case you're not prepared or you don't know what to do, never fear. Canon Hotep is here. I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what you want to try to do if you got the resources to do it. Okay, so if you're like in like the Carolinas, parts of Virginia, Atlanta, stuff like that, where there's a possibility you get like freezing rain and ice, right? Parts of the Midwest where they're supposed to get ice. All right, you could lose your power. If you lose your power, you don't have any fucking heat, right? You know what I mean? Like, you don't have any fucking heat, period. And you can't fucking start a campfire in the middle of your house, okay? That won't end well for anybody involved. So this is what I suggest, right? People, y'all always be going after Unc about the kerosene heater, right? Unc was talking about them kerosene heaters that he had when he was a kid. You know what I mean? Nigga, go get you a kerosene heater. Dead ass. Go get you a kerosene heater, straight up, okay? Like, I know y'all was trying to clown Unc for that shit, but no, Unc ain't tripping, yo. He right about that shit. Go get you a fucking kerosene heater. I'm gonna go get one, okay? Harbor Freight, I don't know if Harbor Freight sells it. Tractor Supply sells kerosene heaters, okay? Not only does Tractor Supply sell kerosene heaters, Home Depot, Lowe's sell kerosene heaters. I think you're looking at about $200 on one. Maybe they got some cheaper, you know what I mean, depending on where you live. But a kerosene heater is a prime choice in this scenario, okay? They do got some propane heaters that are a lot cheaper, right? You can get the little small propane canister from like Home Depot and shit, and a little small propane heater. And that'll do well with heating up like a room. You know what I mean? You might be able to heat your living room up. You know, everybody gathers in the living room or the TV room or whatever, right? Basement. And you can get that shit nice and heated up with one of those. But a kerosene heater, the way they work, they radiate a lot of heat. And they can heat up to 1,000 square feet if you get the right one. Also, if you get one of the round kerosene heaters, you can set a fucking pot of water on the top of that bitch, and that bitch will boil. So you can have some boiling water so you can cook some shit. You know what I mean? So you want to look at a kerosene heater if you're going to have heat. Now, if you don't have the money for a kerosene heater or a propane heater, layer up. You're going to have to layer up, okay? You're going to have to put on layers and layers of clothes. Hold on. You're going to have to put on some layers of clothes. Not only that, get all the blankets that you got. All right? You got a Snuggie, grab you a Snuggie. But you're going to have to layer up, okay? Now, I will, kerosene heater. Kerosene isn't expensive. You can also buy that from Home Depot or Tractor Supply. I'm going to see if Harbor Freight got one. That'd be a thing. I'm going to see if Harbor Freight got them too. It might be a lot cheaper at Harbor Freight. What the fuck is that? It might be a lot cheaper at Harbor Freight. But kerosene, it burns for quite a while. The fuel is cheap, and it'll keep your house warm for an extended amount of time, or an area of your house, at least 1,000 square feet of the house, right? So for an extended period of time, you guys can, like I said, congregate in that area and keep yourselves warm. Another thing you're gonna need during that power outage is some candles, okay, guys? You can go to the dollar store for this shit, right? You can get the little teacup candles, whatever the fuck they call them. You can get some of those candles at the dollar store. If you got some laying around the house, that's fantastic too. But like I said, you can get some candles from the dollar store. That's nothing. They don't cost a lot. You're going to need light, because when it gets dark outside, you're going to need the light. Also, those candles, enough of them can generate some heat as well. All right, what's up, Heather? Heather in the building. We got Josh Park. Is it apartment safe? Yeah, I believe so. You talking about the kerosene heater? Yeah, it's apartment safe. Yeah, it's apartment safe. It is apartment safe. We had him in our apartment when my dad was getting his house built. He had him in an apartment. I wish he still had him. I need to talk. Maybe they're in his. I'm gonna ask him if those kerosene heaters are in his garage. But they be old as fuck, but they should be still good. Word? What's up, Montoya? Candles to set the mood and get the body heat going. Yeah, you know, a little skin-to-skin contact never hurt anybody. But get those candles, okay? Also, for light, you want a dollar store. Again, you can get flashlights at the dollar store, get a bunch of batteries. That's what I've done. So just in case we lose power, we can use those, you know, those situations. But candles would be a better light source, you know, because, you know, they burn for a while and you ain't got to worry about changing batteries and shit out. Now, if you got one or you have access to one or you can afford one also, now this wouldn't be apartment safe. This would be for a home or whatever, is a generator, okay? What I'm going to do today, because my dad is like, I might need my generator, son. I'm like, God damn it. He got a few generators down there. So because I'm good at fixing shit, he got a couple generators I'm going to go down there and fuck with. Like, so he got one that he knows works. And he got a couple other ones in there that I've seen. I'm going to get one of them bitches started. I promise you I'm going to get one of them bitches started. Because I'm sure I can do it. It's probably need a spark plug or some shit like that. So, yeah, I'm going to go grab a generator from the office. Get that bitch started, all right? Now, what's good a generator if it's outside? Yeah, you're right. What is good? What good is a generator? I could run some extension cords into the house, and I can use that to, I'll run it into like my bathroom window or something like that, and I can power some shit, right? You know, the refrigerator, some little space heaters, you know what I mean? I can power some stuff like that, right? Maybe a lamp or two, or what I may do as well is while I'm getting, you know, my kerosene heater, there's a special cord that'll backfeed your house. So if you got the right generator, which we do, I checked each one, they have the outlet for it, you can backfeed your house through the dryer outlet. But there's a certain way that you gotta backfeed your house through the dryer outlet, okay? There's a certain way that you have to do this. Okay, and I'm going to explain this to you right now. First thing you want to do is make sure you got enough fucking gasoline for your generator, all right? Get your nice little 5-gallon can of gas for your generator, all right? Get your nice little 5-gallon gas for your generator. Next, what you want to do before you plug the generator into your dryer outlet, that's where the cord goes. It goes from the generator to your dryer outlet, okay? Is turn every fucking breaker off in the house. Go hit the main, turn all the rest of the motherfuckers off, okay? That's how you do this. What's up, Jay Powell? Hey, Jay, you gonna be good, yo? Because I heard y'all about to get walloped. I don't know if Lawton gonna get got, but I know they said Oklahoma City and shit's supposed to get their ass whooped. So make sure you stay safe over there, Jay. But, what the fuck? Once you turn all the breakers off, then you plug the outlet into the dryer outlet. Once you plug it into the dryer outlet, okay, you turn on the breakers that you want on, right? So like I think the generator I'm gonna be fucking with is, I think it's like 6,500 watts. That's a lot. 6,500 watts is a lot. I could probably power my entire fucking house, but I'm not, right? I may power a floor, okay? Now I gotta look it up. I don't know if it's strong enough to power my heat pump, because I got electric heat. Not sure if it'll power up my heat pump, but I ain't worried about that. As long as I can get some outlets and I can get my space heaters going, I'm cool with that. So I'll probably power up my main level, right? The kitchen, so I can run the refrigerator, right? Maybe the stove, and the TV room. Turn the TV room, all the outlets on in the TV room, so we can keep that one area warm. You know what I mean? And Yeah. Now I thought about doing the basement because that's where all the pipes and shit are. And if I keep that warm, the pipes will stay warm too. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but a 6500 watt generator should take care of a lot of shit. So like I said, turn the main breaker off first. Turn the main off. Okay? Then turn all the other breakers off. You don't want no fucking electrical fire. Plug into the dryer outlet. Once you do that and you're back feeding, you'll be back feeding the house that way. Once you do that, then you turn on the parts of the house that you want on. So it's not a fucking problem. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Melissa. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It could wipe out power for like days. What's up, Glam? Happy Friday. It's Thursday, Glam. You alright over there? It's Thursday, Glam. But happy Thursday, Glam. Yeah, I'm staying warm. Be good. We're going over with the do's and don'ts of this fucking ice storm. Okay, do's and don'ts of the ice storm or the snowstorm or whatever, this wintry mix, whatever the fuck we're good. Now I know here in Maryland we're supposed to get like going into Sunday, we supposed to get like at minimum a foot of fucking snow, and this goes for everywhere else. What's up, Sauce? This goes for everything else. Okay, we'll come back to the house. All right. If you don't got all-wheel drive at minimum, don't take your ass out in that fucking storm. Okay? If you know the storm's coming, pay attention to the fucking forecast, max velocity in them niggas. Pay attention. Find out when this stuff's supposed to go, and just don't take off from work or take leave, go home early. Okay? Like, I'm in my sports car right now. Right? It would be irresponsible of me to wait to the last minute to try to drive my black ass home in this fucking rear wheel drive fucking monster. I'm gonna be stuck. Okay? All wheel drive at minimum. 2. Okay? 2. It's gonna take about, I think it's like what you get, like an inch an hour or something like that. Maybe 1 inch to 2 inches an hour, I think it is, when the snow falls. If you don't have the ground clearance, I don't care. Because you got people out here that got all-wheel drive cars, right? G37s and BMW X-Drives and shit like that. All right, great, fantastic. You can get home in the snow because you got all-wheel drive. If your ass don't got the ground clearance, get your ass home. Okay? Don't be out there like, oh, I'm all-wheel drive, I'm good. No, if you don't got the fucking ground clearance and you wait till the last minute to get home, because I remember there was a storm in 2010. And it snowed for a while. And it took me forever to get home because I'm trying to maneuver around a bunch of fucking Audi A4s and A6s and fucking BMW X-Drives stuck because they were grounding out. They were bottoming out. The snow was packing up underneath of their car. And it didn't even matter they had fucking all-wheel drive. They shit got stuck. And I'm trying to maneuver around these motherfuckers because they waited too late to go home. If you don't have a fucking SUV with at least a foot of fucking clearance between the ground and the fucking the bottom of your car, get your black ass home. Or get your ass home, period. You be the only motherfucker with winter tires? I hear that. Hopefully Texas has some. Oh yeah, Texas was they got caught lacking like last year, right, or the year before. All right, like okay, like let me see if I can show you this shit real quick. Okay, you see that fucking blue Honda Pilot? If you ain't got at least that type of ground clearance, you see that Atlas right there? Okay, you see that Rogue? If you ain't got that, at least that type of ground clearance, don't be outside in the fucking snow. Don't be out there in the fucking snow fucking around trying to see if you can get, no. Go home. Because there's some SUVs that aren't high enough either. But at least you got that ground clearance, you can make it home. Now, I went and got some good used fucking snow tires yesterday, or tires yesterday for my truck, right? Now, like I said, my truck is lifted on 35-inch tires, so I got damn near 17 to 18 inches of fucking ground clearance. Probably more than that. I just guessing, right? I'm just guessing. I might got close to 2 feet of ground clearance. Okay, that don't mean I'm gonna be out here fucking around. I might go outside and play in the snow a little bit, right? Just because I can with the truck, right? All all-wheel drive cars, all 4 wheels move. Okay, especially in these newer cars, they got the electronic shit that can shift fucking power to different wheels. My truck is a true 4-wheel drive truck. I hit the fucking button, the hubs lock in the front automatically, the axles lock in the front automatically, right? And then the transfer case locks with the rear, and then I got a limited slip diff in the back, a G80 lock. I got a G80. It's a fucking limited slip locker in the back, so when shit the power wheel start, that shit kick in, my shit ain't getting stuck nowhere. Okay, don't mean I'm gonna be out here chancing it. Now I might go down to the local high school and do some donuts and shit like that, and just play a little bit. You know what I mean? Might do that. Yeah, might do that. But I ain't gonna be out this bitch going on journeys. You know what I mean? So like I said, be aware, understand what's going on. Now a lot of places gonna start to get hit like on Friday. So like the Midwest areas, allegedly they're supposed to get hit like on a Friday. So like I said, guys, if you can telework or whatever, or get off a little early, take your ass home. Take your ass home. East Coast, we supposed to get hit like Saturday into Sunday. What's going on? Who extended who trip? That's what's up, Trish. I mean, Heather. That's what's up. You said you extended your joint, Heather? Going to Boca? And Heather said, shit, I'm gonna sit this out the right way. Heather said, I'm gonna sit this one out the right way. You getting cooked in Indy on Friday? Yeah. But, you know, the thing is, right, I don't care what kind of fucking drive you got, right? All-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, 6-wheel drive. That ice ain't nothing to fuck with. So, like I said, if you don't got to be on the streets, don't be on the streets. Today is now Thursday. Take your asses to the fucking grocery store, get you some essentials, okay? Going back to the house now. All right, like I said, let's recap on the car. If you don't got the ground clearance, don't be on the fucking street, okay? If you don't got at least all-wheel drive, get home early so you ain't got to deal with that shit, okay? All right? If you don't got the ground clearance for a heavy snow, get your ass home early. Don't fuck around. You'll be stuck. I told my wife the same shit. I said, we ain't supposed to get till Saturday, but that motherfucking snow start dropping on Friday before you get off work. I know you got your new little fucking Mercedes. That's fantastic. I know it's fucking all-wheel drive and all of that other 4MATIC and shit. I got you. You ain't got the ground clearance. She kind of got the ground clearance, but I don't want to chance the shit. Okay, it's a brand new car. Get your ass home. Matter of fact, I said telework Friday if you can telework tomorrow. I think she's gonna telework tomorrow. Yeah, half-inch of ice or what? Yeah, exactly, Axel. You wanna see my? Nope. Get the fuck off the road. Okay. All right. Back to the house. Today, go get the essentials, okay? Get you some, and this is what I mean by essentials, right? Because you want to make sure you got shit that you don't got to cook if you lose your power, all right? All right, don't be going out here getting steaks and shit, and then you stuck when the fucking lights go out. You ain't got no generator, like I said. Get bread. Get you some lunch meat, okay? And you can put the lunch meat out in the fucking snow. It's going to be so fucking cold that you can fucking put the lunch meat in the goddamn snow in a cooler. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break out one of the coolers from the fucking garage, and I'm gonna put it on the back porch, and then I'm gonna just put a little padlock on that bitch, and then I'm gonna put it outside. Lunch meat, bread, okay? Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, okay, guys? Make sure you can eat canned goods, all right? Canned goods. Get you some canned fucking meat, some tuna fish, you know what I mean? Some tuna fish, some canned chicken, all right? Get you a fruit cocktail if you want to feel fancy. Get you some beans, all right? Get you some veggies and shit. Just make sure you can eat, yo. Just in case the power go out, make sure not only get some stuff that you can cook, but if the power go out, get you something that you can eat. Like I said, lunch meat, canned goods, all right? Because you can eat most of that shit in a can without cooking it, all right? Especially the fruit. You know, tuna fish you can eat straight out the can, all right? You don't want to be in that bitch starving. You don't want the kids in that motherfucker starving. You know, but also you don't want to buy, let's just say like this ice storm keep you out for a few days. You don't want shit going thawing out in the fucking refrigerator. Lasagna soup. That sounds delicious. Well, I'm trying, Glam. I want to see people thrive, you know? I want to see people thrive, you know what I mean? You know? Just want to see people thrive, you know? Also, I got a grill outside, right? I got my Blackstone outside. I can heat that bitch up and I can cook on that. All right, so if you got a grill, utilize it. Utilize your grill. I got a grill that I can utilize. You know, got propane. Matter of fact, I gotta get my dad some more propane today. I told him I'd do it, and then while I'm getting him some more propane, I'm gonna grab me some propane. Make sure I got enough propane for the grill if I need to use the grill. I'll pull the grill closer to the house, like by the sliding glass door where I can go outside. And like you said, throw some hot dogs or something on the grill. You know what I mean? Flex fuel generator and battery before applying. Yeah, there you go. Jay Schofield in the building with the plan. I hear that, Jay Schofield. 20-pound propane tank has 14,000 kilowatt hours of energy. You can power a grill or a flex fuel generator. See, my generator has gas, so. But like I said, the one that my dad, he has a really good one down there. He said he can't get it started, but I'm pretty sure it's either got bad gas in it, and I'll pull that shit out of it, or it's got a bad spark plug, and I'll pull that shit out of it, and then we're gonna get that shit popping. I promise you, I'm gonna get that bitch started. Because he was like, oh, if you get it started, you can have that bitch. Bet. Bet. You know how much shit I done fixed? And he'd be like, oh shit, I ain't know that. Damn, I thought that shit was broke for real. No, nigga, I got this. I ain't got a fucking engineering degree for nothing. I'm a figure outer, people. I am a figure outer. Cannon Hotep is good with his hands. All right? Good with my hands, all right? Like I said, back to the power outage, candles, okay? You need light, okay? If you can afford one, go get a kerosene heater. Like I said, y'all won't be making fun of Unc, but that kerosene heater, it saves lives. It is made for the indoors, okay? It is made for the, yeah, right. Is that a challenge, Dad? You know I can fix shit. It is made for the indoors, okay, guys? Kerosene heaters are made for the indoors. There is one generator we got. It needs a new pull string. I can just go buy that and I'll just throw that bitch on and wow. Oh hell yeah, that's what's up. That's what we about to do. That's what we about to do. I could just go buy a generator from Harbor Freight, but I don't feel like paying $300 for a generator if I could fix this one. So they gotta put a transmission in that truck. But like I said, you need candles for light, okay? And heat for in some cases. Kerosene heater or propane heater. They have small propane heaters that'll be okay for the inside. Alright? So what you want to do with the propane heater, right? Just like if you're nervous and like you're worried about fumes and shit, which the smaller propane units. They shouldn't put out any really. Like, my dad has one on his bus. He has one with a big fucking propane tank. There's one for the bus, and you don't get the smell. You don't get the smell. But what you can do is either crack a window if you get nervous, or you let it heat up, and then once it's warm in the house, you turn it off like you would do with your electric, like with your regular heat. And you turn it off for a little bit, and then once it gets a little cooler, you pop it back on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Girl got sickle, so yeah. Yo, Harbor Freight, not Harbor Freight, Tractor Supply. I don't know if Harbor Freight got them. They might. I know they got propane heaters, but the kerosene heater, Harbor Freight, Tractor Supply. I know Home Depot and Lowe's got them too. I think Tractor Supply had it for like $200. I think they had one for $200. So I'm like, damn, them bitches expensive. I should have got them when it was $120, and I did not get one. I should have got it when it was $120, and I didn't get the motherfucker. That's my fault. Okay. Amazon might got them. Maybe they get to you by Saturday if you got an Amazon account. I should probably look on Amazon too, see if they got one. But I know my Tractor Supply down the street has them in stock. I looked last night. Plus, like I said, with the kerosene heater, you can boil water and shit like that. It gets that hot. You know what I mean? It gets that hot. It'll fuck you up. Like, you might be able to cook some eggs or something like that. Something not too crazy if you put a skillet on top of that bitch too. You know what I mean? If you guys got fucking, if you got a fireplace, that's fantastic. But a lot of houses don't have fireplaces. A lot of people don't got fireplaces. Kerosene heaters are good. They're indoors. So even if you had an apartment, kerosene heater will be fine. Kerosene heater will be fine. Just still, like any other fire source, keep an eye on it. Make sure it ain't getting too crazy. Also, I would encourage, if you got carpet, even though it shouldn't fuck with your carpet at all, get like a rubber mat or something like that just to put it on. It's like a heat sink, shit like that. That should be fine. Blankets, okay? Blankets. Make sure you got nice, heavy blankets. You can go get them from Walmart or Target. Get yourself some nice, crocheted or nice, nice blanket to keep on. Go get you a Snuggie, okay? Go get some Snuggies, all right? Go get some wool socks, all right? Wool socks. Double up your socks if you got to. Get some. You get this shit from Walmart and Target and places like that. Get some nice wool socks. Get some fucking thermals, okay, or some kind of base layer to put on under your clothes. I like the good old-fashioned thermal. Or sweatpants, right? You can throw your sweatpants on and throw some jeans on, but you want to be comfortable. So you can either throw on 2 pair of sweatpants, which will be kind of bulky, or you can throw some thermals on, which they not bulky, and then throw your sweatpants on. And you'll be comfortable throwing 2 pair of socks, or get you some nice good wool socks, which you can get from, like I said, Target or Walmart. Put that shit on, get you a nice heavy hoodie, right? 2 hoodies, and a skull cap. You should be nice and warm and comfortable in the house if you don't got access to a, some kind of heat source, if the lights go out. And to reiterate, get food that you don't have to cook, just in case the lights go out. That's my problem. It's one thing to be stuck in a house while it's snowing. There's another thing to be snowing and then ice accumulates, or some dumbass is outside because he don't got the right fucking car to be in the snow, and he done slid into the fucking power pole, and your power's out. Because this dickhead didn't want to go home. He wanted to chance the shit, and then he want to drive, and he fucking lose control of his fucking big ass car, or his fucking pickup truck that don't got fucking 4-wheel drive, or SUV who don't got fucking 4-wheel drive. And he done slammed into the light pole. He done took that bitch out, and you ain't got power for a few days. Sorry, I got kind of passionate about that, but that's happened before. Hot hands is a great idea as well. Right? Because you don't just need them for your hands. You can put them in your pockets and shit. You know what I mean? You can put them in your pockets and shit. Hot hands is a good idea. They even got, damn. I was at Highs and they had like the hot hands Pooh Shiesty thing. But yeah, get some high hats. They don't cost that much. You can get them from anywhere. And yeah, put them bitches in your pockets, you know, and they last a good bit of time. But I'm serious, yo, because there be stupid people out here that fuck it up for everybody, yo. It's gonna be dummies out here in their fucking Dodge Chargers trying to go to the fucking 7-Eleven and get fucking blunts so they can smoke, and they gonna fucking wipe out. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. They do got chargeable heated vest and coats, but I think you can get one. I think you can get them from Tractor Supply. Maybe Home Depot. I don't know where else you would get them from, Heather, other than Amazon. But they do. They do. You know. But it's just, I'm like, I don't think I hope we don't get the ice up here. You still got dumb motherfuckers like, that'll go out and then be like, yeah, they want to smoke, so they get in their car and then they fucking try to spin their way to the fucking store, and then they have a whole fucking accident, and now they cause problems because they fucking making it all about themselves. Making it all about themselves, and they done fucked up, and now everybody got to pay for these dumbass decisions. Don't be a dumbass, people. Don't be a dumbass. Every hockey mom's best friend. I just want people to be safe out there, guys. Like, this storm looked like it's going to whoop our ass. Like, it looks like even here in Maryland, it looks like it's going to get here like Saturday night and just fucking sit on us. Pause. For like 12 hours or 24 hours, which we going to get a bunch of fucking snow behind it. I'm hoping the power don't go out. If the power go out, you got to have a contingency. If you can't get a heat source like a propane heater, which propane heaters don't cost as much, like the small ones don't really cost a whole lot, right? Because you can at least heat up a small area, right? Or a kerosene heater, layer up. Bad, y'all. Got hot. Phone got hot. It was lasting a good bit before it got hot, though. It was lasting a good bit before it got hot. Wanted to chat if y'all still with me. Are y'all supposed to connect over here in Baltimore? That's what's up. Yeah. So, I just want people to be safe. I just want people to be safe and be smart. Be smart. Hopefully kick back in. Oh, okay, Jay Schofield, he over on kick again. So cool. Kick back in. It just ain't did it yet. Alright, cool, that's what's up. But yeah, I just want people to be smart, man. Let's recap, okay? It's the last time that I'm gonna get me some breakfast. Let's recap. So fucking political call. I hate the political calls. So to recap, pay attention to the news, okay? Pay attention. If you don't want to pay attention to the meteorologists in the news, you got Max Velocity and all those other guys, right? Pay attention to them. They've been more accurate than the news meteorologists. Don't wait till the last minute to get home, especially if you don't got a car that got all-wheel drive or a truck that has all-wheel drive. If you have a car with all-wheel drive, don't wait till the last minute to get home, because if that snow starts to pile up quick, that shit will bottom your car out and you will not be able to move it. So if you got an all-wheel drive car, treat that shit like you don't, go home. If you don't got good ground clearance with your SUV, take your ass home early. Don't chance it, okay? Don't be out here trying to stomp with the big dogs, okay? Alright? Don't be out here trying to stomp with the big dogs. Take your ass home. Be safe. Alright? Today's Thursday. Go to the store. Get food that you can eat if the power goes out. Okay, you can get you some food that you can eat if you got power, but get food that you can eat when the power goes out. There's enough of that shit, okay? Make sure you stay nourished through the shit. If you can afford it, get a kerosene heater. Alright, propane heater. If you can afford it. If you can't afford it, go get you some nice blankets, get you a Snuggie, get you some thermals, get you some sweatpants, get you some hoodies. Layer up. Okay, wool socks, layer up. 2 pairs of socks. Alright? If you can afford a generator, get a generator. If you cannot afford a generator, then get candles for light. Okay? Alright? I got get candles, for light and all that other good shit. If you can't afford a generator, get the cord that backfeeds the house. You turn your main breaker off first, then you plug it in, then you turn on the breakers and turn off all the other breakers, and then you turn on the breakers you want. Okay? What's up, JR? Alright. What else? Don't go out to fucking 7-Eleven for blunts. Alright? Okay? Don't go out to 7-Eleven for blunts, okay? Alright? Stay home. Alright? Stay home. I pray nobody loses power. I hope that the storm passes. But just be prepared, guys. Be prepared to be in the house for a couple of days. Yes, a lot of car battery jumpers can charge phones. Alright? Power banks. If you got a power bank. If you got a power bank. Charge them all. Mines are in the house charging right now. Alright? All my power banks are charging right now. I told my daughter don't touch shit. But she good for that shit. The power banks that I got are good for charging the phone probably a couple of times. Right? A couple of times. So everybody in the house has their own fucking big ass power bank. If they shit run out, they shit run out. JR said he got about 8 of them bitches. But if you don't, then you're going to go out into the snow to your car and turn your car on and charge your phone for a little bit. You know what I mean? Just be prepared, guys. Be prepared. But the main thing is get home. Don't be out here in the elements if you don't have to be out here in the elements. Alright, these ice storms that's supposed to happen, they talking about an inch of fucking ice on the roads, of accumulation of ice on the roads and fucking power lines and shit. That shit causes fucking wreaks havoc. Okay? Just be prepared, people. Be prepared. That's all I can say. Anyway, I'm going to take my black ass in here. I'm going to Iron Rooster to get me some breakfast. And get me some steak and eggs. I think that's what I'm going to do. Get me some steak and eggs. A nice cool glass of OJ. Anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Bondi announces an arrest in Minnesota church protest probe. Oh, okay. Anyway, that's their dumbass fault. If you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification. 1 foot of snow is one thing. A foot, yeah, it was an inch of ice. An inch of ice. 1 inch of ice. Did I say a foot? 1 inch. But still, an inch of ice is a fucking lot of ice. An inch of ice is a lot. It's heavy as fuck when the power lines go. A sliver of ice will fucking send you into a wall. Anyway, until next time, guys. It's Canada Hotel saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss, and don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems with this on. Worry about today. Go get set up, guys. Go get prepared.